GoldenPrimvally here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2! Ibuki and Hiyoko are no longer with us. They're beyond the grave. Ibuki hanged herself, and Hiyoko has been slashed through the neck. Let's go. Roar. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, and the extended sword Monaco Roar. Our line of silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. Press forward. That's right. Basically, 3 people are missing this class trial. 4 people are missing this class trial. Bye bye. It'll be beautiful. Yawning fest, but nobody said a word. The deeper. It's descended. Bye. It feels pretty choosers with all these empty seats. Yeah, 2 people got killed at the same time, and then come out and
Hey!
Right.
No.
Why bother?
Well now.
Peanut. Alright. Ibuki Miota, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the moon maker towards her. Just seeing them melt away. You know, Anderson. Further because. Oh! Believe it. But whether believe it or not, unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape it. For our sake, for our friend's sake, for Ibuki and Yoko's sake. It's all like, there we go. I still don't know how to get skill! Alright. I'm just gonna finish prep, so we're getting ready.
Now then! Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation?
There we go.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
Yeah.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Yeah.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Oh, shut up, Soda.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Thank you. Well, then my head is stuffed because I haven't had any dreams.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those 2 can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and this—
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Yeah.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
Yeah.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hiyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital. I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on...
Yeah, it was.
A video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story!
I tried to stop them. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the... I thought I should tell the others.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
Yeah.
So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, and not just that,
that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hang.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Thank you.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true? Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously.
There you
so
go.
You can,
Do you doubt?
if you're not lying, come on.
Oh, Nagito! Yeah. Dude. Make your argument. There you go.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
What is it?
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny
Yeah,
that
it's a possibility.
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Yeah, why would I lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the body's from the movie.
Nope!
No, that's wrong!
I never watched the movies! To begin with.
I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Yeah.
Of course you're not. I already knew.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right,
Yes, no mistakes
Devastating
there.
there.
Which means there's no
There
way
we go.
Hajime, who never saw the movie, or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first.
Nagito, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Thank you.
It also provides a good...
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments. So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it.
if Ibuki committed suicide.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
No, it isn't. That means Ibuki was murdered.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
Yeah.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone.
There you go.
So all we gotta do
It was this-
is establish who could have
establish who-
possibly done that.
Yeah, thank you.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no...
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance
It
to the
is
music
the-
venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not...
Yeah, you're apt. Which means, when we broke down the venue door,
They were?
Yeah.
if that's the case, and that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The two lovey-dovey.
The others all have alibi. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Yeah.
Me too!
That voice. Me too.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Thank you.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
Yeah, man.
Wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
No, he's the ultimate Yakuza. Do 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 do. Alright.
The killer was still inside the music venue.
Yes.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It
Yeah.
seems they were trying to stall for time.
Okay.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor and
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
you
No.
can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer waited till we gathered and suddenly appeared.
So they look like I have seen this in
Serial crime dramas.
Yeah.
The killer was still inside the music by locking the door from the inside.
No.
No, that's wrong.
I'm sorry. I think I had to fake for real quick.
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they...
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It was probably glue.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Yeah.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain.
I didn't know glue was edible.
Glue isn't. Akane, you're not a 4-year-old.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
Thank you,
That
Shona.
glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
First of all, Didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes no sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Oh no, you fell for a trap!
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia. And me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to
Oh
just
my
have
God,
no
the
sides
glow.
at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a...
And they also taped her up after killing her.
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the vent, they must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only
And when you went back with everyone else. But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed
Mikon
until...
is right next to Nagito.
Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but
Yeah.
just what is this?
Okay. I will give it. Controls plate. Thank you. Wallpaper. Let's go.
Got it.
Had to be the wallpaper.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the music venue storage room? There should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was
Yeah.
also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
You're right. You overlaid the scrap that was caught on the lighting, the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Oh.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally...
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper...
Yeah. Alright. Alright, what is time is it? Okay, what's time? Logic drive! Okay. Oh, come on. Wait. How do I jump? L. Whoa! Wow, Hajime! You're a good skateboarder! Not skateboarder, snowboarder! Alright, what do we got? Alright, question time! Oh! Oh, accident 2! Question 1. It had to be hidden because it was hidden before when we found Ibuki's body. Alright. Alright. Question 2. It had to be the wallpaper. Yeah! Good job, Hajime. You didn't answer the questions good. Not you, Nagito. Cub Scouts how to deal with your nonsense talking to him. Now you're talking to me. What is wrong with you, man? I don't know, Hajime. It's Jay. Ugh, shut up. I mean, he did complete your game after all. They covered the pillars. They formed. I think this is correct. Oh, I just guessed! Rainbow Tower! Alright, what we got? Why did Hiyoko's body claim to the scene of crime? It was hidden.
It's all coming together.
Oh!
Got it. Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Yeah.
They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hiyoko's body was already there.
Yeah, oh!
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize it.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting
Yeah.
and to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang...
Then, the
Yeah.
reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Yeah.
That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped, and because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Yeah.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
The crime itself will be much easier to pull off.
Yeah.
They don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually...
Good point.
There
It's
we go.
about time
Oh.
we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder.
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothball.
Eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Yeah.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been in...
Ibuki's death by hanging
Yeah.
matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the
Yeah.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Yeah. Okay. In the movie. To mix up the killing order.
The reason the killer imitated two of the
Two
murders from
murders.
the movie was so he'd mix up the killing
Oh.
order.
I actually never thought that of that. I never thought that it could have been that possible.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yeah.
Valid line.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to
I'm not even crying.
Yeah.
I'll let you sob as much as you want.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Yeah.
Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Yeah.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the silk.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Yeah, thank you.
First and foremost, You claim Ibuki's feet. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic... You're one to talk!
Anyway. Actually, yeah, let's go. Let's try that. Maybe
When
something.
Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yeah.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
Yeah.
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Oh, yes!
I agree
with that. There we go!
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
Yeah.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Yeah,
And
she
it's
never...
Hiyoko's blood.
Ah!
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped up...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at...
Don't underestimate the power
God.
of the evil eye! Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of the lamb.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? But are you... You're so frightened. However...
Ah, I have to deal with idiots. Let's see.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to he... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Ah!
Cut through those words!
That was easy and quick.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Yeah.
Don't say such foolish things!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer
Yeah.
tried to hide Hyoko's
Yeah.
body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time. Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Yeah.
Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Thank you, Mikon.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe that heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the
Yeah.
file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat from... Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Thank you.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Ah, wait a sec.
Huh? Again?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A
Yeah, oh yeah,
suicide
we did
means you
that for
killed the
Sakura.
most. Unfortunately, that means there's no blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Thank you.
Why me?
Nagito? What did...
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember?
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Yeah.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of the killer had to be alive at that.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Mikan, you're talking a little
If
too
she
much.
waited until Hajime
You're
left,
not the
that's
killer.
when
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. There's no doubt that someone killed those.
What the heck?
There's still. If Ibuki
Dude.
did. According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed. Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
No, she has the gullible disease.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all.
Putting that aside, it's so...
And then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then
Yeah.
the video Hajime...
What time did Hajime...
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
There you go.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that.
Now then, I shall issue my decree.
Alright. Alright.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the
There
morning
you go.
announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Alright.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone has stated,
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
That is an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has then
No, that's wrong!
Mikan has an alibi.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Yeah.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
you two have.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were...
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Fudge off, Kazuichi.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case,
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during...
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Yeah.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder?
There we
Was
go.
that the only?
Are you saying there was another reason?
Yeah.
I feel really bad for confusing you guys. So I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Yeah. Good shot. Who? Alright. Let's just continue on. Trial resume. The reason the killer did a detention is the reason only possible in the murder sequence.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Yes, it did.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I...
Man.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already.
But I'm thinking about
Thank
it.
you.
He's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Yeah, it does kind of feel
Because he
incomplete.
didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
the only
just that.
reason.
Come on. Try. About the lie in the...
That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation...
Oh!
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it would.
Well, that's probably it, but... that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from... they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the...
I'm saying... Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Ah! Oh!
I understand that imitation.
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details?
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh shit, like what?
For example...
So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. By 4.
I love this music.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
No.
If that's not it. Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, I don't think you got abducted.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Thank you.
I agree with that.
I agree with Sonya twice now.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to...
So, exactly as I assumed.
Yeah.
If no one called for her, then why?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone...
There's no way she got it.
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before...
If she was forcibly taken from her...
The killer could
All
have
right.
locked her door.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise,
Yeah.
there's no point in messing... At the time, you were the one who...
I won't lose. Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now. Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Yeah.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
Yeah.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There you go, man.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
Nope.
Allow me to cut through those words. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Yeah.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Yeah.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono.
Yeah.
I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her... That is why I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up...
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Shut up, Zoda. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Yeah.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that info.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have
way.
predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamster 6 feet under.
Okay.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Yeah.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Yeah.
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the
Okay.
killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think
Yeah.
of is... it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Yeah.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and with...
Killed Hiyoko.
Oh.
because the killer used that coincidence,
That's the reason they imitate...
Which means that low-down scout...
then
Yeah.
what was the killer? They've been cunning this far. Do you...
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Yeah.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Yes, you are.
I'm so happy I'm getting...
So what do you...
I was thinking about it while I had my... Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered... But now I remember. There was blood on... There'd be bloody...
No, wait a minute.
That's strange.
This is straight...
I can prove it with this.
Oh, yay! Stepladder!
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any... Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Do you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about? You were obviously being judged to this. That's why you brought up the studio side topic all this time. Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki crying? Then,
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of...
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only...
Alright. Alright.
Hajime, I leave it in... As long as I leave this to you,
So there we go.
I won't tell you to do your best, but
Yeah, I'll do.
Alright, let's have a look see. Alright.
Here!
There it is! Look to the left.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something.
can you explain it?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder, there was a bloodstain. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video.
It's pre-recorded! Oh!
If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Yeah.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime. The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Yeah.
There's no way the video was recorded in advance.
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you saying there were 2 step ladders?
Yes.
But where would you find another?
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other.
You're suggesting. That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
Probably skipping this. Oh, it looks long, so yeah. There we go, we got it. Filming location.
Got it.
Filming location, let's go.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then there's a possibility.
Okay. What time? Oh, guess what? Let it drive, let it drive. Oh my. Let's go. Hajime's not here this time, so we don't have to worry about anything. Don't you think so fast, Hajime? Gosh darn it, Nagito, get out of my head. I can't. Hajime? Alright, what part of the camera was the killer tamper with? It was the camera. Shut up, Nagito. Oh my god. Oh my. Question 2. Did the killer tamper? Has been the one at the music venue. There we go, Hajime. You can do this. Shut up, Nagito. I'm sorry, I can't. Oh! Question 3. What did the killer use? They took it with them. Ah! There we go.
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yeah.
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hiyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Yeah.
That's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing,
Destroyed it.
the killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like it.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
Yeah.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Yeah. All right. No. There we go. It's conference room.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh?
Yeah.
Conference?
But the hospital and the music.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. The music venue curtain is the only thing I can think of.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
There we go.
Must be it.
I just guessed. There we go.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the...
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. It somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
Yeah.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
That curtain was hung so the music
There you go.
venue would look like the conference room?
in actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room... It is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage.
Yeah.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor match.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something
Yeah.
else the killer did to tamper with the evidence.
Tamper the evidence. It had to be the candle.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, the music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel...
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Yeah, there we go.
Which means Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
Yeah.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in the dark.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided.
Yeah.
The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up.
But there's no mistake.
Yeah.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital...
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
If Ibuki's hanging, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music.
Yeah.
I see!
The Ibuki at the conference hall, of course.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
Yeah.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of...
The reason the killer made a fake video.
Yeah.
There's only one possibility then naturally, the killer's identity.
You fiend! Are you saying?
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was gonna be her, but... Anyone standing next to you, Nagito, is a killer, so...
You're the only one! Mika, you're the killer, aren't you?
Mika Sumiki!
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact,
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing...
Oh, she's under the roof!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Nikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
Yeah.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room.
Yeah.
Is that also a coincidence?
No.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance. By doing that, you showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that if someone wants to go to the conference...
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying?
Yes, you're the killer!
No way I could kill someone!
You did!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
hey, you sure this chick is...
Wrong! It's totally wrong!
Just like Akane said, It is really...
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow...
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Yeah.
And I can't deny that. How many times do I have...
What do you still believe this?
Hey, Hajime!
Wait.
Can you hold on? Well,
Yeah.
I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an...
What are you saying?
But still, I thought it was suspicious all along. Investigating with a suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that. Are you... I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now...
You better not have kept...
Yeah.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements. Well,
Yeah.
what do you know, Nagito?
Yeah, what do you know?
It's nothing big, really.
Dang,
That's a huge...
Let's take a look. Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right?
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
Yeah.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with...
I want you to take a clook near the middle of the rope. It's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long.
Yeah.
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Yeah.
The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Darn. I've been listening to you for a while, and it's... What exactly did you say to me during the...
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then...
Yeah.
And then, I finished speaking.
how is that a decisive...
Huh? You didn't notice it?
Someone's lying.
Ibuki didn't die.
Die from hanging.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Yeah.
Scars?
You mean the rope?
But we believed it was from...
Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must
Yeah,
be...
we did. Alright, 2 times in a row with...
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Oh no!
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikon?
Sumiki.
That is...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Please!
Oh!
First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that.
You don't need...
Why? It's not my fault.
You were right. And
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
Oh!
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Oh no!
And if not, it wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
Oh!
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little...
I don't think you were originally planning
Aren't you
something.
like the thief who suspects everyone
The
else
only
of being
reason I
thieves?
can think of this is because this isn't our Mikon.
I'm not a criminal.
Probably, I'm thinking.
Mikon
That's what I'm
is.
thinking.
You got it all wrong.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
Ooh! Wait, if Nagito... That means...
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still...
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the truth. But is that really okay?
You're friggin' annoying!
Is that really true?
Ooh!
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friend?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposite.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her.
Yeah.
Belief lies, 'cause
Don't say deep.
if you want to believe in someone, believe without doubt.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Do it.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
What? You okay, Mikon?
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with
Oh
fancy words.
no, the Mikon.
Excuses. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikon.
It's not fair. It's not
Oh no.
Not fair, 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 not fair!
So the
Why
Mikon.
won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Plus, to be honest,
Yeah.
run out of ideas.
If we don't have any... I'm
Eh.
the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with...
There we go.
Hey, Mikon, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, can you prove it?
Wait! Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated?
The killer's lie.
Everybody always hate me! Please.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! I never...
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find a hole in her argument. So, I'm...
Why did you get clean?
Let's see. Goes Orpson?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed.
Is the handbag on her head? Is the hospital gown she was? Or could it be the hospital slippers she? Ibuki and Mika. Is that really you? You could tell her body just from that camera and just from that dim There's no way you'd be able to make it. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
Yes, what is it?
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
There you go.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that. Is the handbag on her head? Is the hospital gown she? Or could it be the hospital slip? Ibuki and Mikan. Is that really you? You could tell her body type just from that video. Just from that camera angle.
What
just from that dim. There's no way you'd be able. So please forgive.
Hajime,
Hey, close it.
you're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
What is it? Oh.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that. Do you have an? Is the handbag on her? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital? Ibuki and Mikan. Is that really you? You could tell her body type just from that video. Just from that camera angle.
There, finally! Why did it go third time?
Mikan, you have committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw... But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle, Hajime, is because you're the person who actually filmed that video.
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself. You lied, didn't you?
Oh, Akane.
You serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you?
Forgive me! Huh? I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible. You know that hemp bag Ibuki? Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a... Hajime saw it. So don't you think it's using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
Yeah.
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me?
Alright. Yeah. Alright. Okay.
Will you forgive me?
I think I have it on gentle.
You still haven't forgiven me? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! You're done for!
There you go.
Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? You still haven't forgiven me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me!
You're done for!
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Shall I let you punch me? Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end!
There we go! Break through the arguments. Let's win.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
Yes. Anybody? Yeah.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize.
Yeah.
Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places.
Yeah.
So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to
Why does everybody
There you go.
Nikon, it's already... After I go over your crime, please, just admit it already.
Love an argument. There we go. Drop the hemp bag. The video! Okay, so that's right at the beginning then. Then glue.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
There we go.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, a person wearing a hospital... That surveillance... That's why I thought this...
There you go.
That was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and then they filmed that video in the hospital. By doing so, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by them. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the... I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside.
Here we go.
And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hiyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about it. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hiyoko's body hidden inside.
Yeah.
Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally bought from the music video. When they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage.
Yeah, there we go.
However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Hiyoko. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hiyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime...
Mikan!
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floors collapse. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, you...
Whoa there! Before that...
$200. Give me an 8. Hey!
It seems your arguments have... Now then, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully... Let's...
Voting time. Nissan, what have you done?
Well now.
Now then, that may be obvious as before.
Correct.
You gotta run to again. That's like 3 in a row. The horrifying Blackhead who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Damn, Mikan, the one who nursed us back to else, was the one that killed him?
I won't forgive you.
Okay, Mikan, did you lie to us all along?
Hey!
No, last say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
And nothing to back up. She's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. You know, the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
knew it was. I knew because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me, after all. Conscience kept drifting, even though when I did get to give her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoted from hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then I mean, since she was... Yeah, so does he catch your mind? My body's hot and really hot. That's right, Mikan was really hot at that time. There must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then that's what's easy to do with Mikan was. The symptoms Shirley felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh at such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means because Wiki is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's completed now that's it.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who's about to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? What?
I...
That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of the sake of hope?
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? Nah, that's completely wrong.
Huh?
What's
What
wrong?
I did
Wait,
was for the sake of my beloved.
who's your beloved? Junko Emnoshiba? Wait, is it? Huh?
Huh?
What are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. Junko! That must be Junko! I know.
My beloved was the only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned. This is my reciprocal.
Alright.
It's love.
Hey.
Yeah. There we go.
Well,
That's why I'm no longer. Is that not?
how
It's like you
amazing.
just die, and that's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
Could it be?
Nakito, is this really the despair disease you're talking about?
This is...
It seems I was wrong, not sure you should despair. You were half right. They say this is all thanks to that disease. Because they are there to remember. She had heard despair disease was memory. Wait, remember? Memory, that's what the symptoms were. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease. But if this means she remembered something and ended up like this.
Such despair.
Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to the island? Don't get so angry! Well, first of all, the way that I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know. Because I'm not like entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turn out like this, you see. See, so the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And also the courage that created me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. There's a key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who you talking about? Are you saying this is Mikan? She is the real Mikan. Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You end up like this, all because you remember. There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan Tsumiki. Oh, you still doubt me. Then, to prove it, I'll tell you something new. It's about world energy.
You serious?
You know? No, I don't. I remember. That's all. I knew about it all along. How horrifying organization is known as World Ender. It's also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future. We've been hearing that word too much, and there can't be a coincidence that Ho's Peak is the building in the second island. Now, is Makoto behind us? Future Foundation. Future. It's a foundation. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future. Hey, just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. They're trying to claim the world for themselves. This is bad. What the heck? This is a comic book, you know. As far as I plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Is that right, Monami? I knew it. Monami. Monokuma. They're both members of that Crazy Horse Factory. Monokuma and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikon, if you're doing it. Alright? You know what I'm trying to say about that?
Oh?
Oh, well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
Ah, hell no! You might have episode, I don't need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown. You know about that? I don't know anything. I have a feeling that is what it is. But who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
You got it. Just believe me, you won't. I won't believe it. No, I believe you were like this all along. Then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. Past? That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. Yeah, since my past self, but not my present self. That applies to you all as well. Or the people, memory, events, whatever memory it is, losing memories
Do you
are
understand?
like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in the building of a person, don't you think? Losing your memories makes our shadows of the past. Don't you think?
hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but it only goes back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
hey, hey!
Our bird taken away.
Damn it!
But what it do? We wouldn't be suffering like this much, eh? Well, why don't? No tea time. Remember, I know. Monokuma, it's alright to you to start now.
Yes, indeed!
Punishment time? Damn it. God, why does that do that like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then,
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Macon, the ultimate despair. I'll have to try my best to censor, but I probably won't be able to. So I'll probably put a warning. Bye-bye ouchies. I heard rumors of sex education is the worst. Yeah, it's the worst. Blast off! Or cried because she was afflicted by what?
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikon from earlier? Was that her true form, or is that itself a symptom of despair disease? Doesn't matter either way. If you're like that just from remembering, then all along Mikon was never worth being a symbol of hope. But even her words were influenced by the despair disease. It seems her to that. If she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So let's just move on.
Please wait!
That's impossible. Like a house of cards crossing in an instant. And yet our friends thought we knew, and ended up showing a completely different side of herself. There we go. They all towards us. And now there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. It's clearly impossible.
Damn it.
Wrong.
They're bad. These are
Come on.
where my mommy is right now.
Hmm?
You're both pawns of the future family.
Fiend.
You think they're mad at me? There you go. Hey, here we go. There we go. Hey. Oh, Nakamura?
Hey.
Yeah, that's. Say this. I knew it. That crazy bastard from Nakamura would come back to us in one piece. Awesome, we're just starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope. I am happy Nakamura is returning to us, but I...
So just as I
Three of our
thought.
friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy.
However,
However, so I'm still happy. If Nakamura is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, then you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still live. Hey, Supreme Overlord who gives a that line doesn't suit you at all. So I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you're unhappy, I apologize. Or please forgive me for right now. I want to welcome Nakamura when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
right?
That's all, Green Nakamura. Not again, the disparity sulfur. What the heck? Why do I know the voucher effect of the disease? Oh, Connie.
Alright!
Let's go. You're right. By the way. Okay, so I'm going to end the video right here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, PokeLord out!